What is going on, guys? And yeah, Smurf number 3. Now I know what you're thinking, and the first thing that you're probably thinking is the same exact heroes. And well, yeah, those are one of the best 5 heroes that you can get as a free-to-play player. And honestly, I mean, look at this. This is as good as some main accounts. This is the third account that I have with a Pumpkin Duke, with a Cupid, and then Thunder God, Immortep, and Druid. Now again, same story with this one. Immortep and Thunder Gods were farmed. Cupid and Pumpkin Duke were rolled randomly, and Druid was a calendar hero, which I've actually gotten another Druid, another Paladin, and all of that. I still have some leftover of heroes that I was using before, like Engineer. Engineer is actually pretty damn good for being an ordinary. If you don't have anything other than like Frost Witches and all of that, I definitely recommend Engineer. And he follows Druid since they have the same range. It's very good hero, along with like Archer. Those are very good ordinaries that kind of stand above the other ordinaries that are just pretty much useless. Like who else? Who is this? Like Angel is okay because at least she heals and she flies. So I mean, it's a good step down from a druid if you don't have a druid. But when it comes to like Marauder, Hill Giant, Frost Witch, Alchemist, those are kinda useless. Now I've seen Frost Witch being used for Mesa, but really you're only gonna be using Frost Witch if you don't really have that great of hero selection anyways. And the same with Dryad. Dryad's used for boss a lot of times, but only when you don't really have, the best of hero selection. So I would recommend Engineer. But enough about that. Now on this account, as you can see, the walls are actually level 10 on that side. I've actually been, keeping a look on that. Actually, let me switch that one. I was in the wrong section. But yeah, I've been upgrading some walls just to kind of not have that problem with these accounts. And again, you see the same base, the same heroes, another Smurf, and it's just if I have a Pumpkin Duke and a Cupid, I don't want to let that account go to waste. Now this one, the levels aren't as high as the other ones because the other ones were all 7 stars, and that's because this account is a little bit fresher. I just got most of these heroes. The other accounts I've had them for a little bit longer, so it's not as high a level as the of the account. Um, so it does F pretty much 100% of the time. G is still kind of a toss-up, but it can do it somewhat comfortably. Um, so what I'm gonna be doing is going ahead and do G just to see how it's starting to handle G, because really my end goal in all of my Smurf accounts is just to comfortably farm G. And I think this account is pretty much there. All of the towers are level 7, all of the hero bases are level 14, all of the vaults inside here are level 16. So that's generally where you want to be able to be successful in a G. And of course, you need good heroes and some good stuns if you don't have, like high level heroes like I do here. The 119 is somewhat of an average level for a G if you have decent heroes. Now I've seen people do it with level like 100 heroes, but I don't think that's very consistent unless you have really high level buildings inside your base. But yeah, I think with this little alteration of the walls, I kind of took out that little this little wrong on the base where they just kept coming through here, and my heroes had to go a long way, and they kind of like skipped all that damage that they would otherwise take if they went through here, and they kind of went through that extra path. But I mean, this account is definitely one of those accounts that just like my other few Smurfs, has potential to be farming at least age once I get the levels, and maybe a bit more levels in the buildings, mainly the towers, because those ornithopters are crazy in age. But I think Emortep is the one that will make that possible. That the Sandstorm is really powerful, especially in H. So if you're on G and you're wanting to move up to the next level, or even if you're on H and you want to move up to maybe I or J, and you find yourself still using like Spirit Mage or maybe even Thunder God and Reaper, if you have an Emortep, show it some love because I'm telling you, the Sandstorm is actually very, very good. It makes a huge difference. Just taking care of the little guys and giving you that extra stun makes a huge difference. And there we go. This G looked a little easier than my other accounts, which is interesting. But I mean, with these kind of heroes, it's kind of hard to argue with that. Um, I don't think I'll have enough HP to get everybody up to 7 stars. Well, what's the upgrade? Like 50,000? Yeah, so I'll only be able to do 3. So I am thinking Druid, maybe Pumpkin Duke, just to make him more able to live through a wave, and then Immortab just to be able to deal more damage. This War God, I actually just rolled today. I got the free quest for the free talent roll, and I re-rolled it once, and I saw that War God, and I'm like, oh my goodness. I was contemplating putting it on Thunder God, but Amortep is really the main one that's gonna be clearing the spawns and the waves. So I just decided to go with Amortep. Either way, I couldn't have gone wrong, Thunder God or Emortep. But Emortep is the more consistent one with his procs. Thunder God is all over the place. He could proc on the heroes that you need, or he can proc on those little guardians. So, that's what I went with. But yeah, this is set mainly for my Smurfs to have Pumpkin Duke and Cupid. The next one that I put out is going to be my actual main Smurf, the first ever Smurf that I've ever gotten. That Smurf actually has no Pumpkin Duke. I don't believe it even has a Cupid. It's just, I've rolled so many of the free gems, and the best I've ever rolled was probably like a Succubus. So yeah, it doesn't have all of these powerhouses like Pumpkin Duke and Cupid that you're seeing here. But that'll be in the next video that I'll probably put out tomorrow. But thank you for watching, guys, and until later. Bye.